shit back.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So here is my second look of my little GLAMoween series, where I'm glamifying my Halloween looks this year, and I did Harley Quinn as you guys requested. So let's just go ahead and get into the tutorial. Alright, so I'm starting off with the NYX Total Control foundation again, because I do have lighter shades of this foundation. So I'm just going to put that all over my face, even out my skin tone. It says Glam, so obviously I'm going to put foundation on, but this is a lighter shade as well. And then taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and just going to conceal under the eyes, highlight, and do that normal step as you would in Glam. A lot of the Halloween part doesn't come in until the Glam is done. So taking a white powder from Morphe PC6 palette, I'm just going to set under my eyes. It's also going to help highlight because it is white. And then taking just a red cream paint, and this brush from Smashbox, it's very like textured and very fibery, I should say. I'm going to messily apply the red on one side of my eye, kind of as you would an eyeshadow. I'm not going to bring it all the way up to my eyebrow and kind of smear it everywhere. I'm taking a dual fiber brush now, and it is very like textured, I guess. It gives you a lot of like stippled effects. So that's what I'm doing, is kind of just stippling that around and making it super messy, kind of keeping it concentrated a little bit, and then I'm going to drag that down underneath my eye, and then do the same thing on the other side, but with blue this time. This is going to be a very grungy, messy look. As you can see, the dual fiber brush makes it a little bit more textured, and that's what I really want, is all that texture, and yeah, it just gives it more like abstract look. And then I'm going to put that in the inner corner as well, and I don't know if I show it, but I do drag it down into my contour of like the nose a little bit. And you kind of just play around with the placement. Don't think about it too much, I would say. So I'm going to drag that down as well on that side, kind of blend out the edges. And they don't have to be perfect at all. Like, you don't want them to be perfect. And then doing the same thing to the top of the eyebrow. This is going to give it a little bit like a clown effect. Just something a little bit different. So I'm just going to swipe that up, just like I did underneath. I'm going to avoid the eyebrows though. And then taking that, I'm going to run that underneath the lower lash line, just to make it look a little bit more grungy. Like she has kind of like bags under her eyes. Or me, or whatever. And then doing something with the red, of course. And now I'm contouring, which I should have done first. If you do recreate this, I'd recommend to do this before any of the paint. I'm just taking a super gray toned eyeshadow, and this is Brownie Points by Makeup Geek. If you have a cool toned contour shade, go ahead and use that. But I'm just going to contour with that on the cheekbones, forehead, the nose, the usual spots you would normally contour on a beauty look, because you're still trying to look snatched AF. And then taking Crystal Ball by Jeffree Star as a highlighter. Like I said, I would do this before. I totally forgot, I got carried away. But I still placed it over the paint. So, go ahead and highlight your face. Blind them bitches. And then I'm taking just a black paint, and I'm just going to fill my eyebrows in with that. I didn't want to use my normal eyebrow because I wanted to just make this super dramatic. Now I'm just going to do blue liner on the red side to kind of contrast it and make it a little bit different and interesting to the eye. So I'm just using the NYX, these are Vivid Bright eyeliners, and these are really nice. They do kind of crack a little bit when you are wearing them, but they are super pigmented and they do come in a lot of different colors. So I put that down, and then I put a cream color over it, the one that I use on the other side of my face. I just kind of layered that right on top of it, just so it was the same color as the other side and a little bit more pigmented. And now taking a red liner for the other side, this one did crack and crumble a lot. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a different color because it was a different color, but if you do have a different red eyeliner, I would go ahead and use that and not the Vivid Brights one. And then taking a blue liner, I'm just going to run that into the waterline. This is from Makeup Geek. I believe this is in shade Cobalt. And I'm just going to pack a blue eyeshadow right on top of that. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak today. Just because it'll help set it, and it'll also make the blue a little bit more pigmented. And then doing the same thing on the other side. I'm just using a lip liner actually. And then putting a red eyeshadow on that. And like I said before, I put some onto the inner corner to come where the brow bone is, or the nose brow bone or whatever, kind of to act as a little bit of a contour, give a little more interestingness. So I'm just using a red liquid lipstick. This one is by Ofra, I believe. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on as usual. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just going to take the red paint and I'm going to kind of grunge up one side of my lip, and I'm going to bring that down, kind of like something's falling out of my mouth, like dripping, I guess, kind of like I smeared it. I do take a little bit of the liquid lipstick as well on top of that, so it does really blend into the lipstick, made it look like actually the lipstick smeared. So I did that on one side, and then just a little bit on the other, just to give a little bit more of a contrast, make it a little bit asymmetrical. And then just taking a black paint, you can use an eyeshadow or whatever you have, and then a small little pencil brush. I'm just going to create her little heart that she has on her cheek. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of the red and the blue on my neck. I'm going to create a little bit of a choker, and I kind of want this to be underneath just to give it a little bit more of like an interesting look, I guess. So taking a black cream face paint, I'm just going to use a foundation, or actually this concealer brush, and I'm just going to create a line across my neck to act like a choker. If you do plan on wearing this or recreating this, I would recommend using a water activated paint, because those do dry down and they don't really transfer. But if you do end up using cream, if you use any creams, definitely set them with a translucent powder so they don't really transfer onto anything, your clothes, so they don't smear and break apart. And I'm going to set that with a black eyeshadow because it is cream. I don't want it to be all messy. I wouldn't recommend using a translucent powder because that is going to give it of a cast. It'll make it look a little bit gray. So yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys recreate this, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it and check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in my next video. Bye.